Canada's diversification plan has a problem. It still needs America. Reuters published a story yesterday that nobody in Ottawa wants to discuss. Canada has been on a global trade mission, as you know, Asia, Indonesia, the UAE, Japan. Next month, Carney's pitch, Canada's diversifying. We're building an alliance of trading partners beyond Trump's America. Here's a problem. Reuters found, after talking to a dozen government officials and business leaders, the main reason those trading partners want in is the U.S. market access through CUSMA. Canada's selling diversification. What it really is selling is America. I'm Jack Jackson. This is Manufacturers Daily. Let's get into it. I ran a 34-year-old Canadian manufacturer for 17 years and lived these tariff problems. And this just throws another factor into the whole deal that we're trying to get. You get frozen and you just can't, you're paralyzed and you can't move until you understand, am I going to continue to have these increases and these duties and these tariffs and all these costs that come at me that I have to charge my customer, and will my customer pay for it? Anyways, this is just another wrinkle in the problem. So here's what happened. Since winning the April election in 2025, Carney's team has run 4 trade missions, 2 to Asia, and the 5th coming up, probably the biggest yet, has to Japan later this month. Canada signed a trade deal with Indonesia, an investment pact with UAE, chasing agreements with Philippines, Thailand, India, and many others. That's a real activity, the genuine effort to build alternative relationships. But here's what Canadian officials told Reuters off the record. The main draw for these partners isn't Canada. It's not Canada mining. It's not Canada engineering or Canadian infrastructure. It's CUSMA. It's the ability to manufacture in Canada and ship tariff-free into the U.S., the world's largest consumer market. You don't think we're going to be exposed, right? One of the Canadian top officials told Reuters directly, the USMCA deal has been kind of a baseline of our investment attraction message. Think about what that means. Canada's trying to reduce dependence on the U.S. by selling access to the U.S. Those two things cannot be true at the same time. So this isn't just a political irony, it's the consequences that's going to happen. The CUSMA review sets up a 3-way choice, as we all know. Renew for 16 years, ain't going to happen. Move to annual reviews or exit in 6 months. I think annual reviews is where we're going. So that means every 12 months, your customers, your suppliers, and every foreign company in considering investing in Canada has to look at the new deal that's being negotiated at least yearly. I would say probably less, monthly, sometimes weekly. So that uncertainty alone changes investment decisions. A Japanese auto part supplier considering a Canadian factory doesn't need tariff-free access today. They need to know where it's going to be in the next 5 years if they're going to build a factory. Global companies investing in Canada are already urging leaders to recommit to CUSMA according to their lobbying records. They're not waiting for July 2nd to start getting nervous. If CUSMA slips into annual reviews, even without collapsing, it becomes a source of permanent market risk. A permanent market risk reprices investment decisions against Canada. So let's think about this directly. If you're a Canadian manufacturer with U.S. customers and you already have CUSMA compliance, is what keeps you goods tariff-free. That's operational reality you're living right now. And that's where I lived. I thought everything was fine. But there's a second layer that's not being talked about. If U.S. customers have supply chain options, if CUSMA compliance becomes complicated, if the rules change, if the annual review cycles create uncertainty, if your documentation isn't airtight, they're going to start pricing a Mexican or other domestic U.S. alternatives. It's just a reality. That's why I had to move our company to the U.S. and give up to my ownership, because there's just no way we could survive. Not because they want to, because the procurement people will flag Canada as a higher risk. Already we hear it, and I heard it, and we've made big announcements that we are in the U.S. now. We're manufacturing in the U.S. because everybody's like, I can't buy off Canada. It's too uncertain. I don't know what the price is going to be. And I'm like, no. We were holding it all. We were sucking up all the tariff costs and killing our margins. But anyways, let's see. I guess. Oh yeah. Here's last week when the U.S. Trade Representative Greer told Fox News that Canada retaliatory tariffs, in his word, are a problem. Canada's imposed tariffs because the U.S. tariffs were illegal. So we had retaliatory tariffs, and we also have, Greer's now saying, drop your retaliation before we negotiate. But if Canada drops a retaliation tariffs, we don't have any leverage. It's a terrible, we're going to poke you in the eye, and you're going to poke us in the eye, and if you don't stop poking me in the eye, then I'm not going to talk to you, but you just poke me in the eye. Oh. Canada can't get into the room without giving up the thing that gives us the reason to be in the room. It's a trap, as they say here. It's not a negotiation, and the clock's running. Reuters said plainly, Canada's diversification push is colliding with the reality of the U.S. dependence. Greer confirmed that from the other side of the table. 75% of Canadian exports go south. CUSMA is the foundation of everything that's built on, the former NAFTA. The question isn't whether Canada needs a deal. The question is whether your business is ready for whatever deal or no deal that comes out on July 2nd. I'm Jack Jackson, Manufacturers Daily. Let's get your business across the border. Free 30-minute call. Link in the description. Talk to you tomorrow.